Hey yo, it's your girl pheonixxfire. I'm back once again. Ever versus error. We need to talk about it. Here we have one of the battlers. It's AJ Raw. What's up, AJ?
How you doing, Phoenix? Pleasure to be here, man. What's going on?
Thank you for coming on the show, man. I'm cool, man. Chilling, chilling. How are you feeling about the
I'm different.
yeah?
I can't really place it. It's been a whole bunch of different emotions. I can't just say I'm just one. I feel one type of way. It's been a
Yeah,
roller coaster.
I can imagine. So let me start off how I usually do. Why are you called AJ Raw?
Okay, so this was when I was transitioning and trying to find myself as a poet before I battle rapped. I felt like the name that I had prior, AJ the poet, was kind of, I wouldn't say used, but there were so many AJ poet this, AJ something that, blah 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 blah. And then obviously from a mainstream perspective as well, AJ Tracy, AJ this, AJ's popular. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah.
I had to kind of find what fit for me. And at the time, the person I was with, we was really kind of going down the rabbit hole of finding ourselves, our people, historically, and what actually happened to us
Hello? Can you hear me, AJ?
colonized and all of that stuff. And yeah,
Yeah, I can hear
yeah, I
you.
can hear you. So
Go,
language, yeah,
go.
language is a big part of our culture, and there's a whole ancient language and a whole ancient type of thing that we did, that we were, the type of people that we were prior. So
Mm.
when you hear raw, you're calling on that part of our history and that part of ourselves that's kind of been forgotten. So I named myself AJ Raw for that reason, and obviously because there's no other AJ. There's no AJ Raw anywhere.
Yeah. Okay. It's a very unique name. Thank you for sharing that with us, AJ. Um,
So I just felt like I needed to claim that. So when you say AJ Raw, you're claiming,
oh, can you hear me, AJ? I think there's a bit of a lag.
yes,
I think there's a bit of a
I can hear
lag
you.
in the.
No, you're
Oh,
good. You're good.
we're
I
good.
can hear you.
Okay. Okay, so you're battling Joker Star. What do you think of Joker Star as a battler?
Um, I wouldn't say he's as good as Goods, because I know there's two Goods. I mean, the American Goods with a Z. But I
Mm,
would say he's kind of like Goods in the sense of he has a particular aura, right?
okay.
So what makes him different from a lot of UK battlers is that type of presence and aura not too many have.
Hmm.
And he's very good at utilizing that. And he's gotten by for a really long time, just being able to be, himself on stage per se. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's turned it into an attribute, aura. You know what I mean? So I would say I gotta give him credit for being one of the first people to have that over here, in
Yeah.
terms of being one of the founding, veteran builders and members of UK battle rap when it didn't have a blueprint. So I gotta give him credit on that sense.
Mm.
So I respect him for that. But skill level wise, I don't think he's really up there like that. That's just me personally. When we're talking about putting words together, when we're talking about,
Yeah.
making people think from a craft perspective, from a knowledge
Yeah. Hello? Can you hear me? I think it's.
perspective, that's one thing I don't think he's really up there like that. Yeah, you're all good. You're all good.
Yeah,
I
you
can hear
keep,
you.
freezing a little bit. That's why, because you keep.
Really?
But it's fine. I can hear you now, but you froze a minute. But it's fine. It's fine. Let's continue. So
Yeah. So
what
that's my thought.
so what tier would you say Joker Star is right now? Can you hear me? The network
Oh, that's a trick, Phoenix. That's a very loaded question.
is perfect. But go on, carry
I'm
on. I can
using the
hear you.
Wi-Fi.
It
I'm
might be
using the
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. That's the thing. That's what I'm using.
Mm.
What
Oh,
if I switch? Hold on.
let's carry on.
If I
Let's
switch,
okay. Should I pause it? Should I carry on?
yeah, pause it, and let me see if I should switch to the day.
So, like I was saying, what tier would you say Joker Star is right now?
I think that's a loaded question, Phoenix. It's a very tricky question. Smart ass. That's a smart question. I wouldn't say he's one of the few battlers that don't really have a tier. I
Yeah.
would say he's a veteran. I wouldn't put Joker Star in a tier. You know what I'm saying? I'll kind of explain more about what I think about him when we battle, but I would just call him a veteran, but I wouldn't give him a tier though.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you say is your best quality as a battle rapper? Like, what makes you unique?
I think my projection and the way I sound completely unique in UK battle rap. When you hear me, there's a certain quality to my voice. There's a certain way that I sound. There's a certain level of projection and vocal tone that I have that's just way different from everybody else's. Um,
Yeah,
it kind of sounds like I'm roaring and barking on someone.
definitely.
Almost like it's almost like a Briz kind of quality in a sense. Wouldn't say I'm like Briz, but there's certain people that have like a tone in their voice.
Yeah.
Twerk has that sort of tone. Tay Rock has it. Certain people that has like a tone in their voice. Shorty Horror has
Mm.
that tone. Like when they're really on you, like it's like oh. And I feel like I have that quality. I don't think we've really got that in my era really. So the way I sound, how loud I am, and the fact that I've added a level of performance that's not really been seen in UK battle rap is something that I would say makes me different for sure. It makes me unique. But
Okay.
that's just one of my qualities anyway.
All right. All right. Maybe we'll see more of them on the day of the event.
Of course. Of
All
course.
right. So you're known as the Grim Reaper. You start off your battles. It's the Grim Reaper talking generally.
Mm-hmm.
What's the story
Mm-hmm.
behind
Um, well, this is the thing. My first battle was against Moke. Shout out to Moke.
it? Shout
I
out to
think at the time, Moke did a good job of prodding and poking and really trying to make it seem before we battled that I really wasn't about that it was going to be no contest, that it was a complete wash. And I felt like, okay, I kind of need to have something to embody how I feel right now. I really want to kill this guy right now, but not physically, but
yeah.
lyrically.
Mm.
So what's the grittiest, darkest, grimiest thing that I can think of? And it was the Grim Reaper. Like the Grim Reaper, when you see that, that's it. It's over with. If you hear about it, it's over with.
Mm.
So when I say you hear that it's the Grim Reaper talking, it was one of my lines in our battle, and I felt like I could use that as like a slogan. For some reason, UK battlers aren't really too big on slogans. There's certain people,
Mm.
but I felt like it was a way to kind of enunciate myself,
Mm.
enunciate how I'm feeling, the embodiment of what I want to do when I'm rapping, that level of intent that I have. I'm trying to kill you type of thing. So I
Mm.
used it in that line, and then I just felt like this is gonna be my slogan. I'm gonna make this my slogan, and this is gonna be a way for me to for people to know that I'm really not playing. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying?
Mm. Gonna let
That's
them
what I
know.
chose.
Huh? All right.
Gotta let them know. You know.
All right. Love it. Love it. Hold on. Let's turn this. Okay. You're quite. I'm trying to read my writing. You're quite a deep writer. Some of your material might go over some people's heads. Is
Mhm.
this frustrating, or does it, or does it appeal to you? I mean, I'm sorry, and does it affect how you write?
I would say in the beginning, in a way, it was frustrating because I came with the mindset that this is the last place where we're allowed to be lyrical. Hip hop as a whole and as a scene has completely 180 from what we grew up on. I like to call it the rewind era. Do you
Mm,
remember when you would hear such a cold, like even in music, even a Michael Jackson song or someone like that,
mm,
you would hear a really nice line or a nice note or a string of words,
mm,
and you would rewind them because you couldn't believe what you heard.
mm,
So in my brain, I felt like in hip hop, that element of rewinding things, that element of catching bars and stuff like that, especially even in grime, that was a thing, to catch the bar, to catch the drug. All
mm,
of that's kind of gone. You know what I mean? And it's very, very simple melody type based stuff that we're into. Um, so because of the era I grew up in, I felt like I want to bring that back. Like I want battle rap to be a place for bars because that's how I felt.
Mm.
So in the beginning, it was frustrating when people were saying things like, "Oh, you need to write more punchlines," or "Oh, you need to have more, gun bars, and you need to kind of slow down and blah 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 blah." So
Mm.
in the beginning, it was frustrating. Now I realize that some people actually like that technical writing. Do you get what I'm saying? There's battlers that write that rap that way. So I
Mm.
realized that that's a space for me in a way. And at the same time, there's nothing wrong with showing how smart you are by being able to take subject matter and
Mm.
break that down so that everybody can get it. In a way, that's a skill too, you know? So,
Yeah.
in the beginning it was frustrating, but now I realize like, oh, okay, I don't have to use certain words, or I can break things down, or I can slow down a little bit so people can catch what I'm saying and see that from a thought process standpoint and from a lyrical standpoint, I'm way ahead of whoever it is I'm battling. So in a way, it's a strength. It's not even a weakness, to be honest. I would say it's a strength, and it's not frustrating anymore.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Um, if you could travel to anywhere in the world, AJ, where would you want to
Hmm?
go and why?
It's a good question. Look at you with the questions.
Thank you.
Um, where would if I could? I'd go to the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
because
Right,
nobody's been
right.
there. Nobody knows what's there. Nobody's been there. And I mean, like, if I can go there and see what's there and come back, because everybody that's even gone near the Bermuda Triangle has this, like, nobody's ever come back. Anybody that's tried to. So that's very, like, I want to know, or I want to be able to see whatever the hell's there and come back. So that's one place that I would like to go if I
That would
could.
be
But it just
very,
seems,
very interesting, isn't it? Ooh.
yeah.
I bet you it's like a whole another world. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it's a portal. I
yeah,
think it's a portal.
exactly. To
You know what
another
I'm saying?
world, another dimension,
Yeah,
possibly.
yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Um, what? What do I hear? Let's cross that out. I like to cross them out on the artist. So I don't ask you something twice. What is the who is the strongest rapper from the new era, and who's the strongest
Mm.
rapper from the old era? That's two questions.
Ooh. Okay, so from the old era, there was certain type of rights. You have to shout out Lunacy. You have to say Tony D, and you have to say Shorty Horror, right? And then Gemini kind of came right behind him, and then you have Soul and them lot and Shocks and blah blah blah, and then Scoop and
Yeah.
people like that. So it's hard to pick one because those people that I mentioned all have different styles and ways that they like to write. But those
Mm,
are the first people that come to my mind. Those people that I just mentioned.
mm, mm,
And obviously, rest in peace, Bender as well.
mm,
So there's that. New era, right? You
mm.
have certain people. I like Messi. I like Amity. I like Moke. I like. There's so many. There's so many because I feel like now it's more about how you write than it was back then. So it's hard to say who's the strongest writer. And
Mm.
obviously, I'll put myself in the conversation as well. But I can't pick one. I feel like there's a plethora of people that really have a high level of writing. I can't pick one, Phoenix. I'm sorry. I can't pick one. That's really tough because
Yeah.
everybody writes at a really high level, and we all don't write the same either. So I
Yeah.
would just say my class personally.
Okay.
I would
Okay.
just say my class.
All right, we'll give you a couple of battles. Tell me how you're gonna call these. That's gonna happen on the event, yeah. So your kind of
Yeah,
prediction.
let's go. Let's do it.
Um, Tally versus Tech.
Oh.
Yeah, good one.
Oh my goodness. All right. Shout out to Tech. I think Tally is going to take the first round because it's his league and it's his first battle back in a really long time.
Mm.
That type of energy is really tough to take. So I'll automatically give Tally first round because we all know what it's like first round back, especially on this. When he starts saying that slogan, boy,
Yeah.
you
Right.
might get. So I will just give Tally the first round. I'll give Tech the second round because he's good at bouncing back and answering back to people. And
Mm.
I'll say the third round will be a debatable. So
Okay.
2-1 either way.
Okay. Um, Caps versus Black Tea.
Oh, Lil Bro versus the vet, man. Shout out Lil Bro Black T. Listen, Caps's speciality is kind of like a gatekeeper thing. He likes to be the gatekeeper of battle rap.
Yeah.
And Black T has not versed anybody like Caps yet.
Mhm.
So even though I am going new era for the win, this particular battle, I'm gonna say Caps will take it 2-1.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. And Yunnan versus Crash.
Crash,
You got Crash, yeah?
Crash 2-1. Yep. Don't care if he's the champ. Don't care if he's been doing this for ages. Everybody is counting that man out. Everybody's acting like it's gonna be a wash. Crash is gonna flip that whole building upside down. I got Crash taking it 2-1.
Okay. Um, who do you think is gonna be the best battle of the event? Like the most explosive battle of the event?
Aside from myself,
Yeah, apart from yours, I have to always add that. Yeah.
whoa, explosive wise, Tech's one of the most explosive battles on the card. People sleep on Enigma and Nobi. They're really explosive. Black T might surprise some people too, because he's got a good amount and he has like another gear that he's starting to figure out. And I feel like he's gonna surprise some people. So there's that. But as the person that's gonna be the most explosive, aside from myself, I think it's between Georgie Roots and Tech.
I'm excited for all these battles. I can't even tell you one that I'm not excited for.
I can't even tell you myself. These are really hard questions. So I'm just going new era. I got new era, but I can't go against Caps, man. I just can't.
So from what you just said, what have the new era got that the old era don't?
Perspective.
Okay.
That's what we have. Like with the old era, they are so comfortable with what they've done. They already have a scene. They built it, you know what I'm saying? So they're comfortable. It's almost like being in your own house.
Yeah.
If somebody said you have to walk around in your own house, you're gonna be like because you're inside the house. But we seen how you lot built the house though. So yeah, you lot built it, but we seen how you lot built it. We seen the mistakes. We seen what happened to the scene. There was a point in time where teachers were trending in battle rap, as in real life full-time teachers coming to battle rap to battle.
Yeah.
Right. There was a time. There's battlers that named themselves after food, like Young Crumpet, and football managers like Gareth Southgate. These people are battlers. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like the scene really went from something respectable to something ridiculous, and we've come in and we've been able to see. Oh, okay, so this what happened. Oh, we're not doing it like that. We're doing it like this. Yeah. So our advantage is we've seen what you lot have done already. You lot had to go in blind. The vets had to go in blind. They didn't know how to do it. Yeah. We've seen how you lot have done it. And we can take all the positive stuff that you lot have done and keep that and not do none of the negative stuff. So when they say things like, oh, we built it and all of this stuff, yes, you did build the scene. But you made mistakes. It wasn't perfect.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like we've seen the mistakes, we've seen all of the mishaps, we've seen the fact that these people don't promo, we've seen the fact that they don't even really talk about their battles. They're not making trailers like us. Our promotional game is way, way, way different. We're not scared to say we're battle rappers. We're not scared to say we've got an event coming up. We're gonna put the flyer out. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Some of these lot are too cool for school. And they are very comfortable. Some of them don't like promos. Some of them don't show up for face-offs. Some of them don't show up for battles. You can't do that if you got a battle coming up. There's so much things that they do that we just don't do. So we've got perspective and we have time and we have an outside looking in viewpoint on how the scene's been, what's been going on, and exactly what not to do. And that's our advantage. Because we've seen what you lot have done, we know how to do this and how not to do it. Yeah. So thank y'all for building the scene, but y'all can't do it no more. Y'all time is up. That's it.
Okay. So AJ, you're quite a complex, deep writer. Tell me what you think is the favorite bar you've ever spat.
Mm. Why are you doing this to me? Oh man. I like my hieroglyphics bar versus caps, I think is one of my best bars I've ever said.
That was
I'll
calm.
whitewash them. Just like our history and hieroglyphics. I think that's a really dope bar. And it was a punch as well.
Yeah,
And
that
I don't think nobody's really done that in battle rap to take history and make history a punch. Apart from probably B Dot. I think B Dot's really good at
yeah.
that. But over here I don't think it's been done yet. So I think that's one of my favorite bars. Also, I like my Kong Lao bar versus Moke. I'm
Spit it.
Kong Lao. I said, what was it? You're gonna make me forget now. Hold on, what was it?
No pressure.
Um, 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 um. Because I remember I had a build-up bar before that, and I said, Kong Lao. I guess I'm just a cut above the rest, because
Okay.
he has.
Oh, that's cold. I like that. I like that. That's
Do you know what I'm saying? So those two
I
bars,
like all street, I mean not street fight, like all gaming bars in general. I'm gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a big
Mhm,
gamer, like still am.
you know what, Phoenix? I think we all were, but because it's not the cool thing to say, and especially in battle rap where everybody's supposed to be a gangster and
Oh,
everybody's supposed to
fair
have been
enough.
on road, I
Yeah.
think
As a
people
girl,
don't
I can
like
get
saying
away with it.
it. From our side, you're supposed to be this non-emotional hard ass that's just never done anything fun before you be believable. That's how I see it. For some reason, in battle rap,
Battle rap,
if
innit?
you've played games
That's what
or
it's
read
like.
manga or something, it's a
Yeah,
problem, which I think is funny. But I think we all done it, and I think we all like those type of
of course, man. Of course. That's fun, man. You know? What battle are you most have I asked you this already? Apart from your battle, what battle are you most looking forward to?
bars. Moken Rivers, Tekken Tally, um, Georgie Tony D, who else? Black Tea Caps is gonna be good. Nobi and who's Nobi battling again?
Maybe
Bracy.
Gracie.
All of them. I think this card is really dope, and
Amazing.
it's
It's
I
literally
don't
amazing.
I really don't think there's a smoke like
One bad battle. Not one, not one, not one.
how everyone says, oh yeah, this the smoke break battle, or oh I can go
Yeah,
choke.
there's
You really can't miss
nothing.
anybody's battle.
Yeah.
Like
I
you
want to.
can't miss no one's
You can't miss
battle.
one battle in this event. It's
Even
gonna be fire.
even Frost and Giz, like all of them,
To that,
all of the battles,
I'm looking forward
huh?
to that. Definitely.
All of the battles are cold, all of them. So shout out to No Loose Chat. Like I can't just pick one and say this is one of
Shout out to Snoop, Tally, and Paris. This event is going to be like
nuts.
it's just going to be epic. That's just the only way I
And
can.
it's a 2 day. You know
Absolutely
how crazy that is? When was our last 2 day event? Like when was that? Like
crazy.
they done a madness. I can't even lie, they did.
Well, I'm super excited for this event. All right, so any final words? It's been lovely talking to you, by the way, AJ. It's been dope. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, salute to you, Phoenix, all the time. Do I have it? You was gonna say, do I have any last words, right?
Yeah. What are your final words for Joker Star?
No, my final words are for battle rap. Listen, man, like, cause we've just been taking heat for some reason because we're excited to rap. Apparently now that's a problem. Being excited and being a battle rapper somehow has become a negative, or has become a problem for some reason. I don't even understand that. Like, I don't think the veterans understand that we are in a space and time now where just because you lot couldn't openly say you lot were battle rappers, that's not our fault. We say it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's dope to be a battle rapper. It's dope to be a lyricist. It's dope to be able to express yourself. That is what battle rap is about. It is the purest expression of rap. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that that's the difference between us and them. We understand the full extent of what battle rap is.
Yeah.
And we're going to show the difference because Unfortunately, the scene has moved into a performance opera type, stage presence type, Hitman Shine type of era where everybody's kind of just solely focused on that aspect, the performance aspects of it. And nobody's remembering that bars and rapping is also part of it. Being witty and smart and outsmarting, outthinking your opponent, out rapping your opponent is part of it. And that's what's kept everybody's interest in this new COVID era. So we're going to show that at this present moment in time, we're just better rappers than them. That's it. Don't get mad at it. It's just the truth.
Big talk, AJ, innit? We're going to find out on the day. You know what I'm saying, y'all?
That's all.
Make sure you get your tickets, all right? Ever versus.
If you love battle rap, you have to come see this.
Fiddler's Elbow, don't miss it, y'all. You gotta be there. It's gonna be crazy. But yo, shout out to you, AJ. Thank you so much for talking with me. And good luck with the battle, man. I'll catch you later, okay? We'll catch up again. No doubt.
100%. No problem, sis.
Easy. All right.